Hello and welcome to CT Outdoors with your host Suzanne Thompson here on WLIS and WMRD. We're the show that's all about people and nature in the state of Connecticut. Live in the studio every Tuesday, 12:30 to 1 o'clock. Catch the replay this evening, 6:30 to 7 o'clock. Or listen Saturday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, Sunday at 7 a.m. We'd love to have you along at any and all of those times on WLIS 1420 a.m. out of Old Saybrook, WMRD 1150 out of Middletown, and we're online at WLISWMRD.net. Well, it is summertime in Connecticut. That means it's farmers market season. And how many years has it taken me to get the proprietor, the host, the head guy of the Lyme Farmers Market in the studio? You almost had to quit the farmers market, and then you brought it back this year.
I've been waiting 11 years.
You've been with Chip Donkey.
For you to ask me to come here, and you asked me after I retired from the farmers market, so.
Oh, you figured me out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. We are honored to have you in the studio. And more importantly, thank you for bringing the institution, the Lyme Farmers Market, back. I mean, we just have to have it. And you brought your new market manager, the guy that's coordinating it all.
Hello.
Hello. This is Mark Marziejewski. Did I get it?
Yes, that's very good.
Okay.
So you were born in Poland.
Well, jak się masz dobrze, a little bit. No.
That's very good.
And Mary Stone, you're the organizer now of the Lyme Farmers Market, right?
Yes, thanks for having us, Suzanne.
So
I organize the nonprofit board that oversees the market. So it's a new type of animal now, but that's mostly unseen.
So there you go, Chip. She's called you a new type of animal. There, yeah.
We've gotten real fancy here.
You've gotten real fancy. Okay.
Real fancy.
Well, if you've never been to the Lyme Farmers Market, you're going to want to come. Hang loose today. We're going to tell the history about it and some of the vendors and items that you might find there this year. Oh, and it's Saturday mornings. We'll point that out. That's what we have planned today on CT Outdoors with your host, Suzanne Thompson, here on WLIS and WMRD.
Hello, this is Anne-Marie from the Buttonwood Tree, located at 605 Main Street in the vibrant arts district of Middletown, Connecticut. For over 20 years, the Buttonwood Tree has been part of a movement to bring the arts into our daily lives. Open 7 days a week, the Buttonwood Tree presents great jazz, folk, and world music, theater, poetry, and workshops, something for the mind, body, and soul. Emerging artists find a space to hone their craft, while world-class musicians play the Buttonwood Tree's intimate room for its great acoustics and attentive audiences. The Buttonwood Tree's bookstore is open daily from 10 a.m. on, so come on in for a cup of coffee and view this month's art installation. For information on upcoming events or how you can help a great organization to become even better, visit buttonwood.org. That's buttonwood.org. Or call 860-347-4957.
And we're back on CT Outdoors with your host, Suzanne Thompson, here on WLIS and WMRD. We're talking farmers markets today, and not just all farmers markets. My favorite one, the Lyme Farmers Market. When I moved here in 2002, people said, well, this is how you have to spend your weekend. I think it was Friday afternoon and Saturday morning. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And it was like, Billy Hill Road, what's the road? Chip Donkey, tell us the story. When and how did you start this farmers market and why?
Let me think back here. There used to be an old Lyme Farmers Market.
Oh, that was before my time.
Yes. And they kept getting moved around, and finally Nunzi Corsino of 4 Mile River Farm came up to me, complained about it, and whined about it. And I said, Nunzi, do you want to have a market here? And I think he kissed my hand at that point and said, yes.
Yes.
And that's how it started, just a farmer whining about having a farm.
One farmer whining to another. So you own Ashlawn Farm.
Yes.
And Ashlawn Coffee is a part of Ashlawn Farm, or was.
It was.
Okay, but so people recognize that name from Ashlawn. Right. What's your location again?
78 Billy Hill Road to you in Lyme, Connecticut.
Oh, Billy Hill's a wine from Long Island, right? Bill Hill's the road. Okay, sorry. Oops.
That's all right.
Okay, or maybe it's Billy Goat. I don't know, but one of those. Okay, so on Bill Hill's Road. So Ashlawn Farm.
Yep.
And are you a farmer as well? Do you get into producing things and selling them at the farmer's market?
No. No, I have no. The vendors come and sell.
Uh-huh.
And I basically have just eaten my way through the market every Saturday.
Not a bad life.
No.
Not a bad thing to do. So over the years, this has been a great place. Dominic Dunn has read books to kids.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss.
Cat in the Hat.
Yeah. And the last couple of years, you've started this hilarious email. So down here along the shoreline, it's read Pauline Lord's Whitegate Farm email, and then you got to sign up for chips. I don't know how to describe it.
It's inappropriate.
That's right. Yeah.
And I only write a guest column now.
Okay, you're back to a guest column. But
Yeah.
you've had some great rants over the years. I think I've even saved them just to pull them up. Maybe I should have brought some in and read them on the show.
Yeah, that'd have been more interesting than what we're doing now.
Well, so Mary Stone, you mentioned that it's a new chapter in the Lyme Farmers Market. We went from Chip and Ashlawn Farm, letting the farmers come in or organizing this, and it's got to be like raising chickens. It's constant. You got to worry about it. You have a nonprofit organization now, and
Well, last year when Chip announced it would be the last year of the market, my husband and I panicked. It's the only time he can relax all week is Saturday
To go hang
morning
out
at the farmer's market. And he said, do something about this. So I emailed Chip, and Chip finally got my email about 7 months later, and said his idea for reconstituting the market would be to form a nonprofit so that we could apply for grant money to fund the operation of the market. I haven't found any grant money yet, but we formed the nonprofit board over the winter so we would be ready for market season.
okay. And Mark Merzejewski, you have been running this year. You're the new market manager as well as having been a vendor.
Yes, we've been a vendor for 4 years.
Okay.
And,
So you knew what you were getting into, maybe?
Yeah, watching Chip, lose hair. And back to Chip, he's just a consumer. He hasn't grown anything in his life unless we get into illegal stuff.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, but yeah, we've been 4 years, and then we don't panic like Mary, but we just said, this is a great event, a great venue. The location is prime.
Yeah.
We come to the place to relax.
Mm-hmm.
We don't live in Lyme, but we live in Canterbury, but chose that market as an exclusive.
Oh,
We've been to others. We took on a little more than we thought. But it is with some advice and mentoring from Chip and Mary. I think we have a good team together that's working.
So now what, you have a farm or?
Yes, we have an alpaca farm. We have an apiary. We grow gourmet garlic. We have full-time jobs, my wife and I, design studio. And it's more of an eclectic lifestyle 24/7.
Yeah.
But that is what we do when we sleep well.
That's the important thing. And with great garlic, you got to be healthy and happy too.
Oh,
Yeah.
look at me. If this was television,
Yes.
I'd be a pinup poster.
There you go.
boy.
Well, Elaine is videoing this as we speak, so maybe we'll see you on
Elisa.
YouTube. Elisa, excuse me.
You got the Polish right, but you got the Italian wrong.
So now, what's the name of your farm?
Burgess Brook.
Burgess Brook.
Alpacas in Canterbury.
So talk more about the farmers market now in terms of who are the vendors? What do you usually have? Because I remember great artisanal bread, and always got to come up for the tomatoes and basil and corn.
We still have that. I think the market has probably the best fresh vegetable vendors around, and it's always fresh fare right from the garden. They bring it in, and it's great. We try to be very in our vetting process. There's a committee that we vet who might fit the market and so on. Try to keep a nice variety of vegetable growers, artists, bread vendors.
So you really make it a destination, a place to go, things to do at the same time.
Yes, and we want people to stay. We don't want them to just buy and leave like your parking lot. It's a great place to sit down and relax, even for 5 minutes. You know.
Yeah. This isn't the get in, get out, grab your
Yeah,
veggies,
we don't want
pick up the
that.
box at the CSA kind of thing. This is...
Yeah, and if you come, you can see the community camaraderie or gathering every Saturday. It's not even a holiday. It's just come and sit, relax, say howdy.
Yeah. So what time is it open on Saturday?
9:30, 9 to 12:30.
9 to 12:30.
Sorry.
Okay.
It happens.
Yeah.
And you know, it gets busy at this time of the year. And we try to get, you know, as many vendors as we can, but it could have been better, but we got the...
He's being shy and bashful, I
No,
think.
what happened was Chip kind of dropped the ball and told us we're not going to have the market until February, and then everyone left. So it's like starting over.
It's always my fault.
It is your fault.
Yeah.
And we're always going to blame you, but it's all working out. It's growing. People are smiling. Kids are laughing. Dogs are barking and do what dogs do at the market. And it's going to grow because it's a happening thing.
Yeah.
Can I jump in here just a second?
Yes.
Through the years, we've had a tradition. There are some things we ban.
Okay.
All right. And I've always banned kale.
Back to that newsletter. Yeah.
Because it tastes like bug spray.
You have griped about kale over the years. Yeah.
But now I see like they're selling it, you know, not under the table, but on top of the table. But that's come as a disappointment.
Oh.
And the other things...
I have to give equal time to Mark here.
The other things we've banned is dog parades.
Oh.
A lot of markets have dog parades, but it's weird to dress up your dog, you know, and so...
Well, you can come back to next week, Mary. We're going to have a Midsummer Festival in Old Lyme, and you can dress your dog up as weirdly as you want to and bring
Those
it back.
people should be arrested.
Yes.
It's just too weird for us. And if it's too weird for me, it's weird.
It's weird. Okay. So yes, now we're beginning to get the flavor and the feel of the farmers market. No, it's great pestos.
Right.
And various things, sauces and concoctions, and it's just fun to hang out and catch up with people. You find out what's going on. We don't use newspapers anymore. We go hang out at the farmers market.
And over the years, Chip has really upped the ante on quality. So I have to say that our vendors really put the emphasis on quality, and in fact, that's in the rules and the agreement they signed, that they bring us their best, their freshest, their highest quality products.
Mary's like cracking the whip here now that you have a board.
We call her the market Nazi.
But not to my face.
Not to her face. Okay, fine.
Today it is to you.
Ouch. You know, I think we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk more about some of the entertainment and activities that go on at the Lyme Farmers Market. Sound like a deal? And we're going to have Mary read the bylaws as well, I think. Okay?
That'd be fun.
Great. You're listening to CT Outdoors with your host, Suzanne Thompson, here on WLIS and WMRD. A performance venue that is home to 220 shows a year must be doing something right. That's the CATE, the Katharine Hepburn Cultural Arts Center, 300 Main Street in Old Saybrook. This intimate 250-seat theater has become one of the best and most respected entertainment locations in the Northeast. Performances at the CATE are as rich and varied as those of her namesake. From Ricky Lee Jones to Melissa Manchester, the Connecticut Ballet to Madeline and the Bad Hat, Roger McGuinn to John Mayall. There really is something for everyone at the CATE. You may also enjoy performances from The Met in HD on the big screen. And classic Katharine Hepburn movies are shown as well, giving old and new fans alike a glimpse of one of the great actresses of our time. Experience the CATE for yourself, and you'll see why it's become a mainstay. Find out what's coming up at thecate.org or call 860-510-0473. The Katharine Hepburn Cultural Arts Center, Main Street, Old Saybrook. Only the best.
Events Magazines, Connecticut's leading local news magazines mailed quarterly to every home and business in 18 towns from Brantford to the Rhode Island border and read by over 1.2 million residents along the Connecticut River Valley and shoreline. Each Events Magazine features local news and happenings from town departments and community organizations. Events Magazines, delivered in an upscale must-read format. Events Magazines are published quarterly. Look for your copy soon. For more information, visit their website, eventsmagazines.com, or call them at 860-767-9087.
And we're back on CT Outdoors with your host, Suzanne Thompson, here on WLIS and WMRD. One of the things in Connecticut, the character of towns, not only do we have delight of home rule, but we have many delightful local farmers markets. And I think the Lyme Farmers Market represents Lyme, Connecticut, and it's one of those hidden secrets. I don't know if we want to tell people about it that much or not. But you have a big parking lot, Chip Doggy. That's one of the things that it really takes to have a good farmer's market.
I'm glad you brought up the marketing, because this is important. Years ago, Thomas Wolfe wrote a book about Ken Kesey called The Electric Kool-Aid Acid Test. Mm-hmm. And Ken Kesey had a bus named Further. And his merry pranksters and Ken, they drove around America on this bus. And it was said to be, you're either on the bus or you're off the bus. So you either know about it or you don't know about it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how I've looked at the Lyme Farmers Market. If you know about it and you get it, you're welcome. And if you don't know about it, that's fine.
That's okay. That's okay.
Too.
Well, I kind of surmise that my listenership might really enjoy your newsletter, so I think we're in. I think we're on the bus. I think.
Well, speaking of that, he not only he took an escape from life or hiatus, also the newsletter. He's taken a vacation from that. So it's like twisting arms and legs and pulling hair to get him to contribute more.
Okay.
So
well,
we'll have to get your listeners to
email him.
to
Maybe
do a
we should give
petition
that.
to get some.
There you go.
I am writing one now. Has nothing to do. No, it'll be in the Farmers Market newsletter. What's my take this year on presidential politics?
Oh boy. Okay. Yeah.
And it's very disruptive, and I don't like anybody.
Yeah.
But,
well, I just want to say that today's show is totally unscripted. Right. I even left the script at home by mistake. It was barely. Thank you, Mary, for giving me questions in advance, which I left at home. And I already said the reason I was late was I had to go by the old Limetown dump. We're very local here, and I had to dump out my truck, so to speak. So, Mark Merzievsky, how many vendors do you have at this farmer's market this year?
Seasonal, there's 20.
Okay.
Great vendors that are supportive.
Yeah.
And consistently there.
Do you bring in a special guest every week or feature different things? Chip, you've done that in the past. We've had jewelry one time and other things.
There's a lot of guest vendors.
Guest vendors?
Yeah, there's a lot of guest vendors. And then we have about 10 guest vendors that we try to also diversify with not too much jewelry, not too much crafts, because we still want to keep
it's about the food.
Farmers market fair. It's not always easy to coordinate that, but that is the goal.
Yeah. Do you sell seafood at this market? Some markets do.
Yes. Talk Seafood.
They've been with us since day one.
Okay.
Talk Seafood.
And
they're out of Stonington. Bob Guzzo is the fisherman, and top quality. Their scallops always sell out. So.
Yeah. Get there early for those.
Yeah.
So now, is it mostly Connecticut produce, or are you aiming for that, or?
We want to keep it as local as possible. So all our produce and meat and seafood does come from Connecticut, with the exception of our chicken lady, because she's got her Rhode Island Reds, and so half of them live in Rhode Island.
Well, yeah. I mean, they have to by nature, by definition.
But otherwise, we are Connecticut, and we're pretty local, as local as we can be.
Yeah. So, Chip, have you been ranting about the locavore movement or not? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, I subscribe a lot more to the locavore movement than the boundaries of Connecticut.
Yeah.
And, the state can like it, state can't like it. I don't really care one way or the other.
Yeah. Are you part of the Connecticut Grown, or is that?
We did not go for certification, mainly because of those Rhode Island red chickens. But
I think you're close.
Otherwise we would qualify for it.
Yeah.
But we're really trying to emphasize the small, high-quality artisanal producer of fruits, vegetables, meat, seafood, and give those people a place, an opportunity to sell their wares and develop a following among our customers.
So, Mark, more to this, what did you call this, a 24/7 lifestyle, never sleeping apparently, or a lot going on. Chicken or egg, which came first? You always wanted to garden and grow things, or?
No, it just came by, I guess, the first thing that we got into farming was 2 bottles of wine on a Saturday night, and on Sunday we owned 2 alpacas.
Okay.
And that just started our whole country pumpkin look, green acres, whatever you want to label it.
Yeah.
And then we got more into alpacas, need more land, let's grow stuff on it, and it just slowly evolved into computers and farming kind of.
And let's add some bees, and while we're at it, let's grow some garlic.
Together. One helps the other, keeps sane, I guess.
Yeah. So what does one do with an alpaca? I mean, you go hiking with them, or do you harvest the wool? Or
we harvest the wool. When the market was better, we did a lot of breeding and showing. But right now we have a display or a tent. We're a vendor at the market too. My wife she became a fiber artist. That's something we grew in from drawing, painting, photography. We grew into hand weaving, knitting, and dyeing. So she does all that. We bring our wares to the market.
So, Chip, I have to ask, this could be embarrassing. Who is the most eccentric of farmer vendor that you have come across over the years?
Pretty much they're all prima donnas.
This is where Mary gets out her rule book. I got an HR policy for that board. Oh, go ahead.
No, they're all prima donnas. But I enjoy the new people coming on.
Yeah.
Sometimes they've never done this before, and the market's a good way to introduce what they do. This year we have a Lime Juice Company, which is all organic juice, and they put spinach and kale and peaches and lemon.
Yeah,
and
okay.
It is horrible.
But it sells out. Yeah, it sells out every week. Everybody but Chip.
If you put a little Kettle One in it, it would be passable. But
okay, I could work on that.
But that's something that's a new venture. And that's, I think, the most exciting thing when people say, "Oh, I have an idea. Let me try it out."
Sure, and that's probably LYME Juice Company, right?
That's right.
Oh, how
That's
clever.
That's right. That's Carol Ann Patterson, and she just jumped right in there right before the market opened with this juice idea, and a lot of the fruits and vegetables for her juice come from Bailey Ann Drown and Bailey Rose Drown of Upper Pond Farm. So local produce being made into a local product. And
Bailey Rose has been on the show where she came in last year. Her farm is going well and expanding.
Yes.
That's great. We are talking with the market master, a member of the board of the Lyme Farmers Market, and the founder, or host, I should say, Chip Dahlke at Ashlon Farm. Landlord. Okay, that's the important word. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Aches and breaks, no need to wait. Ortho Ouch Care, it's great. Your husband twisted his back starting the lawnmower. Your son slid for home, popped his knee, and came limping home instead. And your back is throbbing with pain from too many hours of pulling weeds and planting gardenias in your garden. Ouch! Don't wait for hours in the emergency room. Just come into Ortho Ouch Care, Route 5, Wallingford. Within minutes, you'll be seen by an orthopedic specialist. Diagnosed, treated, and home to the couch. Ortho Ouch Care, a division of Comprehensive Orthopedics. Aches and breaks, no need to wait. Just come into Ortho Ouch Care, Route 5, Wallingford. Now open 7 days a week. Visit OuchCT.com. That's OuchCT.com. Aches and breaks, no need to wait. Ortho Ouch chair. Ouch, ouch, ouch.
Hi, it's Dick Bartley. Hope you can tune in this weekend for Rock and Roll's Greatest Hits, The Request Show. The toll-free lines will be open for your favorites back-to-back. Call 1-866-989-1975 with classics from Paul McCartney, Joan Jett, Chicago, and many more.
The greatest hits of rock and roll every Saturday night from 8 to midnight on WLIS, WMRD. That's 1420 and 1150 on your AM radio and live online at WLIS, WMRD.net.
Rock and roll's greatest hits.
And we're back on CT Outdoors with your host, Suzanne Thompson, here on WLIS and WMRD. Well, I have my Saturdays planned for the rest of the summer. It involves the Lyme Farmers Market. Mark Merzievsky, you're the new market manager there. And again, when, where, how can we get in on this cool thing?
Well, you have to show up on Saturday at 78 Bill Hill Road in Lyme, 9 to 12:30 as a guest, a patron, or a guest vendor or a seasonal vendor. Check us out on www.the Farmers Market, or if you want to vend, if you have something to sell.
Oh, you're still taking vendors at this point?
Yeah, there are some spaces open, and there's always people, having problems or can't attend. We always try to fill as much as we can.
Okay, and Chip Donkey, we're going to have music someday again? Is that?
Yeah, we have bands come in, and I think we have great music there.
Yeah.
We just have great music there. And food trucks.
Okay.
And they have to start about, 10 o'clock because I sleep in now.
Well, we used to be able to see Dominic Dunn step out on his front porch in his velvet slippers to pick up his newspaper. We were driving up to the Lyme Farmers Market. So are we going to see you in your slippers out there around the farm? Or?
If I have to do another calendar, you might see me naked again.
Oh, that's right. Like, hey, this could be the new thing for the farmers market. There you go. No, naked vendors. Ooh, I don't know about that. But how late is this going to run through the year? Have you set an end date yet?
We go until just before Columbus Day, so October 8th will be our last market of the season.
Okay, great. Well, I am glad that the institution is continuing. And I can't wait to try the garlic myself and the honey. Thank you, Mark, for bringing that in.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So what's planned for this weekend?
This weekend we have juniper jumpers and a whole bunch of fresh stuff.
What are juniper jumpers?
It's a band.
It's a jazz band.
Oh, thank you. I'm like, horses? What? I can't dress my dog up. But a jazz band, Juniper Jumpers. Right. Okay.
Dixieland.
Dixieland.
It's bold creations for a food truck, which is great. Natural, delicious
great
food. And the rest of the vendors.
Yeah. So is it like one or two food trucks each weekend, or how many?
It's one.
It's one. Okay. So you get to sample it that weekend and give that a try. Yeah.
There'll be kale burning.
Yes.
That's what you call it, right?
Yeah. Oh, and so where do we sign up for this newsletter that I have been extolling the virtues of? Which, Chip, you're on deadline. You got to write a guest column.
Go to our Facebook.
Okay.
Lyme Farmers Market. It's always posted on the real. Get on subscribe to our mailing list, and then we post it again on Facebook on Thursday.
Okay.
So
okay.
It's a double hit.
So if I'm a junkie, I can get my fix that way.
And there's an archive section too, so you can go back to the old.
We can read the best of Chip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can go to the website, which is thelymefarmersmarket.com.
Okay. Well, thank you folks for coming in. We'll see what kind of grant you can get. We'll have you back. More and great things. I got to keep checking out the Lyme Farmers Market. And we're going to be talking next week with Bonnie Reamsnyder, the first selectman of Old Lyme, about the Midsummer Festival. So get your dog costume ready for that. Okay, Chip?
Look, I love Bonnie, but the dog thing's got to go.
The dog thing's got to go. Okay. Thanks so much for listening to CT Outdoors with your host, Suzanne Thompson, here on WLIS and WMRD.